tuning in to the online broadcast network, AFTERBUZZ TV. Over 20 million weekly downloads in over 150 countries, and your number one source for after-show entertainment. AFTERBUZZ TV, the destination for TV superfans, producing after shows for over 300 of your favorite TV shows, interviewing celebrities and showrunners, and bringing you behind-the-scenes exclusives. All thanks to E! Entertainment's Miriam, producer Kevin Undergaro, and internet leader Akamai. Now, let the buzz begin!
Watching over me.
Sing, Dan.
Oh, do you want me to?
He's back. Yes.
And I see that ray of light, and it's shining on my destiny.
Poor Thad.
Shining all the time.
I need either like my cell phone or lighter. That's what I need right now.
Both of you are going different ways, and I'm like, don't know what to do.
All right, I'm mesmerized by Dan singing. We are here on Younger, the AFTERBUZZ after show. It is season 2, the finale.
Yeah. Did we know before this that season 3 was picked up?
Yes.
Okay.
We knew
yes,
at the top of the year, like at the top of the year, they renewed for season 2 and 3. So we know.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah,
it was a double whammer.
We know season 3 is coming, but let's talk about season 2 before we get started. Dan, has your part?
Oh, I can't even talk because I'm just like really getting into it. This is like my favorite part. It's just like. And I will be. Oh no, it gets to the third verse and then it really takes off. But I'll sing it when it comes up.
You let me know.
You can find me at Dan Babic on Instagram and find me on Twitter at Dan Babic with an underscore. I can't be present. I just want to channel Hilary. Like I just want to sing it.
Channel.
Oh wait,
Hills.
it's coming up, guys. Wait.
Okay.
This beat. It doesn't matter what people say, and it doesn't matter. Sing it with me. How long it takes. Believe in yourself. And this beat.
Here we go.
I'm so sorry, you guys. I'm so sorry.
And there we go.
There we go.
And hey guys, I'm Sam Davidson. I'm so sorry about that. I never want anyone to have to hear me sing. You can find me at SamD43 on Twitter and Instagram.
Well, I'm the non-singing one because I know better. And I'm Tara Johnson. You can find me on Twitter and Instagram at TJ Wagging Her Tail. And it's season 2, the finale, no weddings and a funeral. So off the top, I just want to ask, overall feelings, how do we feel about this season finale?
I loved it. I cried. Oh my God. I just felt so bad for Liza when she was back in the department store. That to me is crushing. Because everything I do in life is about living the life of your dreams and living the life that you truly want to live.
Right.
So that is my emotional trigger. So when I see someone not living a life that they truly want to live, breaks my heart. And completely broke my heart. Completely broke my heart when I found out that.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah.
That's not us. I'm so sorry who's ever watching the live feed,
not us.
guys.
That's not us right now.
If you're on what I'm on, then we're getting your comments, guys, but you're not watching us, so...
Everyone's like, who the fuck's that?
I completely understand. Engineers, the catch is on.
Yeah, I'm an African-American woman. I'm sorry the host over there didn't look quite...
Anyways,
you did a Michael Jackson, yeah.
So, FYI, I think there's a bit of a switch up. Sorry about that,
and I'm
guys.
sure we'll get it fixed.
Yeah,
so no worries.
My feelings. I thought I kind of like the absurdness that Younger, the direction that they've gone into, and I think a lot of people haven't liked it, and I get it. But this isn't a drama. It's 30 minutes. It's a comedy. And we always said, oh, it should be an hour. And if they're going to decide to be funnier, then I think that's great because it's 30 minutes. And I thought when Thad's twin came out, I was like, I go, oh my God, you guys. That's, you're too much. It's like the friend that's like, you're absurd.
Right.
But I love them and I love it.
Yeah.
I didn't feel like the cliffhanger that you normally get with and maybe because it's not a drama, like the cliffhanger you normally get when you have a season finale, I didn't feel that with this. I think for a lot of different reasons. I think the Thad/Chad kind of thing almost made it too comical. And I was like, this dude is kind of creepy kind of thing, you know what I mean? Like, I've yet to figure that out. But also, like, because the fact that we've kind of toyed with Team Charles and Team Josh all season long, even though, and we'll talk about all this, it just didn't seem like a season finale. But I was moved to a different place. So
Sorry, one last thing. I'm so sorry. I love Tina. I love you, and people are up in the middle of the night trying to watch this.
Oh.
In the UK, I think that's Tina. I know you're not from America. I'm sorry. So engineers, please listen. Hope you guys are listening. Anyways, you know what? I did feel like I thought they threw in a lot of random stuff though that they needed to throw in before, like the Charles stuff, but. I was like, come on, dude, tell him.
Yeah. Well, I thought this, and I think the thing is, I expected the season finale to be so much more about Liza and Kelsey, like really, because we've talked all season long about the season finale is going to be Liza finally telling Kelsey or getting close to it. I didn't see this whole Thad getting killed thing.
I loved it, though.
I couldn't have seen it from a mile away.
Loved it.
So it's just kind of throwing it in that just kind of threw me off.
That's why I was okay with her not revealing the age, because I was like, okay, someone died, you've got an excuse now, but episode first back, but I love the connection between Hilary and Liza. I know her name's Kelsey, but whatever, we call her Hilary, because, oh my God, I am like team feminist. I'm like Diana's ex-boyfriend, but not as crazy.
But you're also gay.
And I'm gay, but I love seeing girls work together. And this is one of the only shows I've seen girls that like a Sex and the City that stay together and they've got that connection and they work together. And like when Hilary, oh my God, when Hilary had like a Cinderella story moment, like at the locker room with Chad Michael Murray, and was like,
Love that movie.
Don't ever leave me again.
Right.
Don't do it.
That was great.
Fed my soul. Fed my. I weave. 10 out of 10.
10 out of 10.
9 out of 10 because I thought the Thad Chad thing was funny.
Well, let's talk about the Thad.
Yeah.
Let's talk about this new brother that we've never heard of, the great Chad. He creeps me out. What did you guys think of Thad's twin?
At first I go, oh, how cool. We can still keep the hot guy on the show and have him be awesome and have Kelsey fall in love with that one. But then he was creepy as hell, and it just proves that hot guys can also be a turnoff if they're super creepy.
Yeah.
Super creepy.
He's actually much hotter and cuter in real life. He's like into cats and stuff. He's got that sounds weird, but he's like on Instagram, he's just like, oh, like nighting with my cat, and like just pats the cat, but like because he's like hot and muscly and shit, it's really hot. Like it's like, oh, someone's really hot and like loves cats. It's, like,
I like this Chad's style, because with the glasses he looks very intelligent, he looks very like sensitive, and so it makes him hotter. But the creepy hugs and the kisses and
on the lips,
He stuck a little bit of his tongue in Kelsey's mouth, I think, at one point.
It's just too much. And so I'll save what I'm thinking about that for my prediction. But so Chad is definitely creepos. And why do we think he's so obsessed with getting Thad's laptop and taking a look at his laptop? I know he wants to protect his privacy, but what's the deal?
Because he knows his twin brother well and that he's a pervert and probably has done a lot of really weird stuff, and maybe he's actually just being a good brother because he knows his brother so well.
That's probably a good guess.
Yeah, I agree with you. And I think they kind of don't know where they're fully going with season 3. So they're like, let's just put someone a bit weird in so then that's another option. Because I feel like with this season, where they went a little bit wrong, but they redeemed themselves with the finale, was there wasn't enough drama going on. So I feel like, okay, we'll put a weird character in so then we can either just kill him off and nothing happens, or we can really go there and have a new storyline.
I will say, and I think I agree with what you're saying, we knew Thad was a jerk.
Yeah.
And there wasn't, we knew he was a jerk, we knew he was an ass, and then we knew he was a cheater. And there's really not a lot, there's no way you can really go with that. Whereas this new Chad guy, he's still hot, he's sensitive, he has the connection with Kelsey. Maybe there's somewhere else we can go with him that we just couldn't do with that.
I just saw in the live chat quickly, everyone said Team Josh or Team Charles.
Sorry.
Shoppy. So I thought let's get into that.
If they're asking the question.
Asking you shall receive.
Yeah, and I think that you guys get some brownie points tonight, fans, as you always would, but I think you're watching something else but still chatting about the show.
We appreciate that.
But seriously, engineers, if you hear us, could you just say yay or nay if you're gonna help us out with this situation? No? Okay. Cool.
They're busy working on it. That's why we can't. They're totally
I sure hope so. We're so sorry, you guys.
We're really sorry, guys.
Yes, Team Josh or Team Charlie?
All right, well, before we go into give our views of Team Josh and Team Charles, let's just break down where we were with Charles and Josh in this episode. Josh, looking hot as ever. comes to the funeral. To me, he gets mega points for coming to the funeral, given what's going on between he and Liza.
He's very nice and sensitive.
Very nice and sensitive. So they have what I call sorrow sex. Because he's like, let's cry. Do you want to be sad together? But in your mind, does Josh lose points because he slept with Liza and he still had this girlfriend?
No.
He loses points to me because he gave this random girlfriend his freaking key, and he
Hello.
didn't even give that to Liza. Like, what's wrong with you?
And she called him on it. I didn't even have a key.
Yeah, it was like, I was just like, what are you doing?
Right. That's a good point. And what about making her stand on the fire escape?
That was pretty disrespectful.
It was, but what else did you kind of do? Like, you know, I mean, we're disrespectful, but you kind of got to do that. But see, I was fine with it because he broke up with her straight away.
Well, right.
That's
but
why I was okay
after,
with it
yeah.
afterwards. That's why I was okay with it. I was like, oh, oops, bit naughty, but okay. He redeemed himself because he broke up with her straight away. That's
Okay.
fine. I thought, oh, naughty,
Right.
naughty. Oh, shouldn't be doing that. But, you know, he broke up with her straight away, so I thought it was okay.
Because I'm glad that at least he came back by the end of the episode and said, this wasn't just morning sex. Because I did, you know, sometimes people fall into doing that. Like, you're both sad and you just want to console each other and that kind of thing. And when Liza left, especially when she had to stand on the fire escape, I think she was probably confused as to what this really was also.
Yeah, but we also need to remember how crappy she was to him for a long time. It's kind of as though maybe, you know, like, as a girl, if I get out of a relationship and someone was mean to me, like, I might act out of character for, like, a month.
Oh, yeah.
Because I'm, you know, going, like, doing what Sam wants to do. Because I'm going to be reckless and only hurt myself when really, like, I want to hurt someone else. But it's just me. That's probably what Josh was doing.
Yeah, and he was probably like, stupid bitch, I'm gonna like, oh, you didn't get the key, so I'm gonna give it to my next girlfriend, Greta,
Right.
straight away. Yeah, acting out. Yes.
Right. Yeah. No, I think he was acting out, and then seeing her and all this stuff happened, and so they spent some time together, some quality time together, and had some moments. And he came back and confessed his love and said, "I don't care what it takes. I'm all in." And there he goes. Hashtag Team Josh.
Maybe it was the angel of Thad. Maybe he was, someone's watching over them. Maybe Thad was
Thad
like,
is hovering
yes,
above
someone's
and saying,
watching. Yeah, maybe he was doing a little deed.
Ashley Powell made a point I am interested in, but also I think it's confusing. So my thing with Josh, he is so back and forth. He is in the bubble and then he is out of the bubble. It's like, make up your mind.
I think he did, but I think by the end of this episode, I can understand what you're saying. I think it's a very hard thing. We've all agreed that Josh is a really sensitive guy and
love
very
Josh.
caring. I love him. And a very honest person who lives a very honest life, even at 26, whatever, but he lives a very honest life and very proud of that. And him being with Liza, we've seen over the season, I mean, is really difficult for him because it's not authentic, and he really prides himself on being honest and true and authentic. And that's a lot to ask for someone in a relationship. It really is.
Absolutely. I agree.
It's a lot, but he's still hot, so...
Yeah, but I mean, also Liza knows that she kind of did him wrong, right? She knows this, and it's I think, and he's also 26, you guys. And
He's also 26.
That's young and immature, and it's really hard.
My age.
Okay, Dan, how old are you today?
I'm 21 today. Yeah, so I'm just like, oh, there's actually my old boss just calling me that I used to lie to and pretend I was 30.
You're the only person, and you and Liza are the only two I know.
That lie.
I do it.
Oh no, that could get away with it.
Yeah, always lie. I'm seeing someone at the moment, they think I'm 28.
Will you stop it? What's wrong with you?
No, because I can't connect anyone. My spirit, I'm an old soul, people. So I always, that's why I connect to the show so much.
Right.
Because we were talking before it. I really connect with Liza as a character because I live a life similar to Liza. Because I lie. I fucking lie every day about my age. All the time.
I think you get some kind of joy out of it, honestly.
Yeah, I do. I mean, if someone finds out, I think it's funny, so it's not as intense. But yeah, I definitely pretend there's not a person in the United States of America. Oh no, there is, but like most people think I would be 26 or 24 to 26. You know,
Right.
some people 32, but yeah, I am 21 for the record.
2-1 for the record. So wait, now, Team Charles. Let's break down Charles in this episode. We haven't seen a lot of him the last, 3 or 4 episodes. He's kind of been out there, not really around that much.
Yeah.
But as soon as he catches wind, or hears even a little bit, that Liza has left Empirical, He is on the train, trolley, whatever he has to do to get to Paramus, Mall
He
in
wants
New
that.
Jersey.
He wants that little Willy sucked. That's what he wants, and he hadn't had it done. So he was like, I need to go back and make that happen. That's been my little prediction.
Mama, I did not say that, Mama.
All of a sudden he got a bit horny, and then was like, oh, I need to go get Liza. I haven't been in there yet, and then kissed her, and yeah, I reckon that's what happened.
First of all, Dan, we all very well know that it is not a little Willy.
Oh, very big Willy, actually. Yes. Yeah.
Oh, that's right. That's totally right. It was proven this season.
Yeah. However, I kind of do agree to the point. He's like, oh, I didn't get to do this. Oh, damn it. Like, I'm going to actually make a move now because I might not ever get the chance again.
It happens, though. It happens to you a lot of times when you think you have time. Because I think, all season long we've been waiting for Charles to make a move or someone to make a move. Either Charles, Liza, whatever. Liza was with Josh, so she couldn't do it before. And we were waiting for Charles to make a move. We knew he liked her. They have the eyes, they have the conversation, but never any movement. And then all of a sudden he hears, what do you mean Liza left? Like, it was like this desperation, like, my chance.
Suck my dick, suck my dick, suck my dick. Because I know I did when I moved from Australia to America. I was like, that's it, I don't care anymore, I'm going. So, like, they're like, I'm just going to go and try and bang everyone I've always wanted to. Yeah.
I don't think that's what he said exactly. I think...
That's what he was, he's subtext.
Can you read minds?
I think maybe what he said is,
mind reader.
I really respect this woman and what she brings to the table, and I don't want to lose that chance to have her in my life. I'm going to go to Paramus Mall in New Jersey and get her.
Partly, yes.
Yeah. I'm not gonna. Though it does seem like Liza has skills when she's with Josh. I don't know.
Yeah, she does. Yeah.
I mean, they always seem happy.
Yeah.
I mean, he seems 26-year-old guy seems happy.
His mind is constantly blown. So maybe she does.
Well, you know what they say about women in their 40s? They say women in their 40s are at their sexual peak. So they're hooking up at the right time.
Yeah.
She's been around the block a few times. She's done it twice as much as anyone else, a 20-year-old, because she's twice the age. So she's got experience under her belt.
Yeah, she does. Well, here's the thing, though, is that, I mean, she went back to work so fast after that, which I was just like, that was the only part of the episode I go, really? I even bought the construction death and Thad's secret twin. I was all for it. But then when she went back to work so quickly, because of Charles, and I would think that her very smart brain would say, actually, I probably should get maybe another publishing job because this is not professional.
And for a fact, I mean, given everything we've seen over the season, people in the publishing world know who she is by now. Just, with her working with Kelsey, blah, blah, blah. She could have gotten another publishing job like that. It was really hard for me to believe that the only feasible thing you could do was go work at retail, which looked like a Macy's or something in Paramus Mall. No offense to Macy's. All good on Macy's.
I really connected with that as well. Because that's my fear always. I'm like, I always say, but it's too hard. I'm going to go back to my small town and work my retail job. But then, if I was there a day, I'd be like, get me the fuck out of here and go.
Right.
So I would actually, because I connect with her on that, I really do think I would do that, but then come back.
Well, I get that point, because if she had done anything else or had gotten another publishing job, it wouldn't have been that loss of the dream, too.
I had an Oprah moment. I had my moment. Okay, when Maggie said after her first day at the New Jersey thing, because we love Maggie, we want more of her, and today I got my quote from Maggie. You seem more fake now than when you were acting that you were 26.
And that's why we love Maggie, because Maggie's the only person who can tell that kind of stuff.
Truth serum, she is. That was summed it up.
The only person that knows and supports her.
Right.
Except, for Josh, but then she didn't have Josh more.
Right.
But I think that Maggie and Josh need to have, a legit intervention and be like, listen, this is how you can do it that it won't be so bad. Let's figure out the perfect time that you can just drop this bomb. I thought that she could have dropped it I get it. Kelsey's fiance just died. That's depressing.
Right.
I just thought there were some bombs that could be dropped, possibly.
Well, do we agree? I mean, when Maggie was like, maybe you want to reconsider telling Kelsey right now her fiance just kind of, passed away. Now she's going to think one of her best friends has been lying to the entire time.
2 losses, yeah.
Yeah, 2 losses. I don't know. I mean, I think the longer, as we said before, the longer this goes on, the worse it's going to be. I mean, that moment that we talked about that Liza and Kelsey had where she was like, don't leave me, is the kind of thing where Kelsey's almost like, you are what I have left, right?
Yeah.
And now to find out what I have left is fake and false, that's just gonna hurt to the core.
Which I want, because I love a crying Hilary Duff scene. Raining, what did she say? I'm gonna quote Cinderella's story. It's like waiting for rain in this drought.
Oh, yeah.
Useless and disappointing.
That is, I know. You know what?
Yeah.
I think that quote might have been on my AOL profile growing up. I'm not gonna lie, because I'm that old.
True confessions around here.
Yeah.
But you know,
TC.
I actually, when I watched that scene, I thought that was the perfect time for Liza to tell her, because you got me started.
Right.
Kelsey was so happy to have her back and
Yes.
grateful that I feel like kind of all her guards are down and she like really likes her.
I
You
don't
know?
care. I just want you back. I don't
Right.
care.
She
Yeah.
doesn't care. And so, if you want me back, let me tell you why I really left. Because Kelsey was blaming herself, of saying, if you hadn't have, had that argument with Thad, maybe he'd still be alive. Blah blah blah, that kind of thing. And so at that very moment, she's like, "Don't leave me. Don't ever leave me again." I could see Liza saying, "If I'm back, I have to be completely honest and really be back and tell you everything. There's more than you know as to the reason why I left." You're right. I think that would have been a great time for her to, boom, drop that.
Quite honestly, I'm disappointed in her that she's come back and just is like, "Mum's the word, whatever."
Yeah, but first episode back, she needs to fucking tell Kelsey, or else I'm gonna lose my shit. Tell Kelsey. Don't even tell Diana. Diana's your boss. Different.
Yeah.
Tell fucking Kelsey now.
Well, you know what? I was surprised they brought her back on the season finale. I was surprised she walked in the next scene. Like, I was like, okay, Liza's gonna come back, but she's not going to come back this
all it
season.
took was Charles's tongue in my mouth to make me come back.
That was a
Yeah.
hot kiss, though. I have to say.
It was, even though I was a bit like, woo, because I'm a Josh. I was like, maybe
Right.
I'll jump on that bandwagon just for 5 seconds, just to experience
Handsome,
it.
distinguished men giving a hot kiss. That was like a grown man kiss. That was like,
Okay, we need to give it to them now. We need to tell them what team we're on.
all right,
Yes.
Dan, drop it.
Joshua! Because keeps her young, and she's, remember, as Maggie said, you seem more fake now than
Right.
when you were planning to be 26. I feel like, be young, define it differently. Who cares if there's 20 years different? Life's about having fun.
Okay, so I've been 50-50 for a long
Yeah.
time, but it kind of weirded me out that Charles just said, "I want you to come back to work, and also this, like, that's gonna be okay." And so wouldn't you think he'd say,
Can I
"Oh,
just hug you, by the way? I just feel like I'm just feeling the love. I'm like, love you.
I'm like, wouldn't you think he'd say, "Listen, actually, I'm super into you, and I'm gonna help you find a different publishing job, and we're gonna work this out." But but so now I'm Josh. Now I'm all for Josh.
Oh, look at that.
Oh, good. And by the way,
at
the
that.
show's about feminism. Like, I was kind of like, because I'm like, someone take over my life and make my life great. Someone will, make it, and that's a bit too Cinderella for me. Darren Star's more than that. Like, oh, my life sucks. Like, she's Cinderella fucking sitting in the attic right now, like, her life's hard. And then the man comes along and saves it. It's all going to be all right. No. You're Darren Star. A woman can take control of her own life and create her own destiny, not fucking Cinderella again, because don't get me into Cinderella. Young girls watch that stupid bullshit and just see the man comes along and fixes everything. Bad. Sometimes that happens and that's great, but not for this show. Thank you.
Darren Star, I hope you're listening.
Hope you're listening, Darren, because I'm
hope you're
pissed off
listening.
if she gets with him in the
Okay,
end.
in Darren Star's defense,
Yeah.
I read this awesome article today that I think I've mentioned a couple times at this point, where he said this show is about like female characters of different generations kind of coming together, and that is
Yes.
the source of it. Because one of the questions the interviewer asked him was, what if she told, would the show be over? And he said no.
No.
But that's why I think they need to tell to show that it's not just about her lying.
Yeah.
That's not the theme of the show.
Right.
So she really needs to tell Kelsey or someone the truth soon.
So they can so the real show can start. So we can
Yes.
start
I think it would get
focusing
better. I think it would
on
actually get better.
other stuff.
Yeah.
If
Also, was it last season finale that Josh found out?
Yes.
So I was hoping this season finale somebody else would. I was just hoping that they're gonna take that theme.
Yeah, and keep it going.
Because otherwise, it'll get too much like that stupid show Revenge, where you're over, okay, revenge, how much revenge can you give?
Right.
Yeah.
And then it
Right.
ends. Same as this. Otherwise, how much can you be younger? Anyway. But who are you on? I feel like you're a Joshua, and it pisses me off. No, I feel like you're a
No,
Charles.
she's Charles.
Feel
No,
like
I'm not. Never.
You're not Charles?
I am team hot all day. I'm
Yes! What?
Josh.
We have some like woo-woo music, like bing, 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 bing.
I will say I appreciate it, and sometimes a woman does like to be grabbed and given a great kiss. But what I didn't like was, like you were saying, Sam, I wanted Charles to be a grown-up and say, you know what? I'm really into you, and I want to see where this can go. Not just still a kiss. Be a man and stand up and say, I want to get to know you. I want to really see you. it's going to cause a conflict for them to work together in this publishing house if he has these type of feelings for her. Let's be honest about what's going on. Let's let's make your real appeal. Let's not make it some big emotional moment. Let's just ask her out. Let's like really figure out who she is and like try to take this to another level, not just still a kiss. I'm Team Josh. He laid it out.
Yay! Woo woo! I don't think it's Lindsay. No, I think Lindsay's Charles. Lindsay's Charles. Yeah. Oh, well.
I think we're 3-1 here.
Yeah.
And I did a quick search online. Team Josh, Team Charles. There are a lot of people who are both. And then there's a decent amount of people. You know, it's like 50-50. I want to say
It's
out there.
because she's kind of two people.
She is.
And there you go.
But remember, you seem more fake now than when you were acting like you were 26. Boom, 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 baby. She's got a young soul. I got an old soul. So, Liza, I'm just like into Sam tonight. I'm just like so sad it's over. I'm just like, I'm gonna hug her. Like, I love you. Can I like hug properly?
Oh.
I do. I think it's for me, it's Team Josh. I think the show, as I've said probably a million times, the Paramus mauled Liza would be, in my opinion, who Liza would be with Charles. It's just almost too easy.
Totally.
That's how I feel.
Absolutely. I totally agree with you.
I feel like that's just completely too, you know. So what do we think the next step is for Liza?
Well, just quickly, there was a song that played. This is why I love you. Got to go to the hidden moments. You know what they're trying to play. And when she came back to the publishing office, there was a song that played.
Oh.
And the song that played chorus went like this.
Okay.
I won't sing it. She's where she's meant to be.
Oh.
Oh. She's where she's meant to be.
I feel the moment.
Oh, Oprah. Oh, is that a tweet?
Do you feel the moment? I
She's
feel
where
the
she's meant
moment.
to be. Yeah.
Yeah, like Oprah says, tweet that.
Can I get a tweet?
That's a tweet.
I want a tweet. She's where she's meant to be.
Yeah, that's a tweet.
As a lie. I mean, she's so freaking like, okay, if she's where she's meant to be, then tell the truth.
Yes.
You should be able to tell the truth and where you're meant to be.
So, like, location-wise, maybe, you know, geographically, she's where she's meant to be. But, you know, no one's where they're meant to be, Sam, because that's the point of life. We all work to, and then once we're where we're meant to be, then we fuck off the earth and we're a spirit. We're all
Well,
trying
let's
to get
talk
there.
about some of the other spirits that were in this show.
Totally, yeah.
How do we feel about were we surprised? How do we feel about Diana's reaction when Liza left? Because you would think she's this cold-hearted person who's like, whatever, right? Give me another 26-year-old.
I was going to do that as well. I'm like, loved it.
Yeah, gonna give me another 26-year-old. But she was really affected by Liza leaving.
Yeah, and but she welcomed her back with like, you know, her normal self, which I think Liza was like happy about. She was like, okay, cool, we're on the same page as we were before.
Yes,
I left.
She loves her, but Diana's fashion at the moment is so on point. Diana looks great.
Yeah, it's been getting really good.
Yeah, it fits her perfectly, I will say, and I'm just gonna take the shoes of Lindsay right now because Lindsay would make this comment. That big boxy sweater that Kelsey had on toward the end of the episode,
I loved it.
I thought it did nothing for her.
I loved it. That's chic, very glam. No, loved it. I just don't like her hair. Her hair, she's got very thin hair. So when you've got thin hair, you can't do the bob. You need to have curls and a bit longer.
But
anyway.
I gave them the latitude to do that because she's grieving right now, so maybe she's not like putting it all together.
Try
but
not to
Diane,
hate on the grieving girl.
I'm not hating on the grieving. I mean, I just that boxy sweater and she's a little shorter, you know.
Loved
but
it.
I'm gonna go with it because she's woo woo woo. She's grieving right now. That's okay.
But
you know?
she's not woo 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 until the end.
But that's an interesting question. Why do we think Kelsey could not cry?
Because she was relieved. I'm sorry I said it. I know that's not a nice thing to say about someone that has died, but she was probably like, oh, what a beautiful end to this story. Thank you. Like, tragic, sad, but it's poetic at the same time because not the entire city needed to know he was cheating on me, which is probably what would have ended up happening. Everyone would have found out.
Well, I mean, I think a little bit like when I saw last week's episode and Thad got killed, what I said at the end of the episode was, Liza, you know, lives another day. So she, you know what I mean? Like literally, and her secret does. So it was kind of like, I agree. It was like this sigh of relief, you know, heard around New York City when poor Thad got hit with whatever that was he got hit with. I mean, it was. I agree. I think Kelsey was like, and I know what she said to Liza when Liza finally told her why she was having this argument with Thad, which we call that. Sam, you call that. You're like, Kelsey's going to blame Liza if she finds out the truth. That's sometimes what women, that's just what we do. So we call that. But Kelsey, in the back of her mind, was doing a happy dance.
I believe that, but I think there's more to it, like on a psychological level, which I don't understand, like why you wouldn't cry. But I think, yes, I'd like to research that a bit more. But I mean, the reason I love this episode is because everyone's talking about, like, we've got the Variety magazine article up.
Oh, yes.
It's trending. Everyone can't stop talking about the Younger season finale.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. I just wanted to shout out. It's a really interesting article that Darren Star was interviewed in, and one of the other creators. And yeah, it's on Variety.com. Younger, Sutton Foster, Darren Star on finale shockers, Matthew Morrison, episode What's to Come in season 3. So it talks about the shepherd crap too. You know, the butt sheep sex.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Did he explain that? Did he clearly...
They just wanted to shock. It's what we all thought, you know?
A bit of shock value.
I mean, I do, like you were saying, it's not a drama. It's a 30-minute comedy. Sometimes this season, with the stuff like The Shepherd and that kind of thing, to me, it went a little too far to the point where it's like, okay, come on.
It needs to have drama, because do you know why? None of these actors are professional comedians. Hilary's not a comedian. Josh is not a comedian. None of them are comedians. So,
I'm fine with it.
So I like drama. Bring on the drama. I'm saying go to 40 minutes, make it more drama, but still have the funny quirks.
Oh, I don't even know if there's ever been a show in history that's been like 30 minutes and then said, you know what? We actually are more dramatic. And so we're going to change this to a drama. Like, that's a really hard thing to do. I feel like the network said, if we're going to do this for you guys, you need to make it crazier and funnier to keep it going, because this is 30 minutes and that's what it is.
And I don't think that that's going to change. I think they're going to ratchet up even more in the third season, because it is somewhat working. It's working, it's connecting, but it also brings you out of it so you don't get so heavy into the story. Like, you're like, oh, all right, you're right. So, okay, like, that was a shepherd having sex with a sheep. Okay, you know what I mean? Like, kind of brings you back to the comedy of it.
I like it, because I think I like to go there deep. I like, oh, that sounds dirty. But, I mean, I love the deepness, but then I also love, like, then you got to laugh. Like, life's too short not to laugh. So that's why I'm liking the balance of this episode. Even if some things aren't realistic, I like drama, but then we've got to laugh. Drama, laugh, drama, laugh, drama, laugh, drama, laugh, drama, laugh, drama, laugh.
And that's how we wrap up the season.
Absolutely.
So I think we saw Lauren, we saw Maggie, we saw Lauren's mother, who I love, who just had, who like
spilled the beans,
but she's also that voice of reason, like she was like, what are you doing? And then I love when she said, well, don't be a stranger, make sure you come around.
Well, it seemed like her head at first she was like, oh God, this girl's working in retail, I can't be friends with her. And then she goes, you know what? Why don't you come over for dinner sometime?
Yes.
Like, you know what? I still like you, even though you're working in retail
even
now.
though you're in New Jersey. Don't tell anybody you saw me here either.
That's also what I love when Diana said, when they're like, oh shit, who's going to go and get her? And then Diana's like, don't look at me, I'm not going to New Jersey.
Which just screams of what people think of that kind of life, of living the life that Liza was running from, of like the suburban wife in New Jersey.
Miserable, depressing.
Yes, everyone just like, New Jersey, I wouldn't dare go to New Jersey.
That's because you're a New Yorker person. Some people love it, but
of course, and there's nothing wrong with it.
But obviously, it's just completely different. Like, I know even from a small, everyone's like, why would you move somewhere like the big city? That's stupid. There's people like, they don't know. Everyone's running around. Everyone's stressed. This is the real life. Like, same shit. Like, different horses for different courses, or whatever it is. Different courses for different horses, I think the right phrase is. But Liza's not a suburban mum. If you are a suburban mum,
there's
great.
nothing wrong.
But Liza's not meant for good old NJ. I'm not meant for NJ. None of us are meant for NJ.
Well, we will find out whether
she's not. Nah, go to the city.
She is. I mean, she can be in the city, but will she be a 40-year-old in the city, or she's still going to handle and still do the 26-year-old life? We'll find out.
26 life.
So I think we know for a fact it's coming back for third season. We are excited about that. So I think we should go into some predictions as to what we think is coming up.
Absolutely.
In the third season.
Your AFTERBUZZ TV predictions.
I'm not even sure what that
Dan
noise
is off the train.
I don't know what that noise is.
Off the rail.
So my prediction is that season 3 will go back. She'll be like, Liza. No, Liza will be like to Hilary, oh my God, I'm like 40. And then they'll have a bit of a moment, and Hilary will be like, waiting for you is like waiting for rain in drought. Have a similar quote. And that's, I'm going to leave it open. I think that's definitely going to happen in season 1. But the first episode back of season 3. But I want to keep it open. I don't want to predict anything. I want it to flow, but I'm predicting that.
Oh gosh, you're predicting. Now I'm like British. Every time I'm around you, I try to like somehow it comes out like that. Okay, I do have some Pacific predictions. Yeah, predicties. Okay. So here's what I think is going to happen. Liza next season is going to gonna be outed in some way, probably pretty soon, and then everyone's gonna kind of be okay with it. Most people are, and she's gonna come out, strut out, and say, "I'm 40 and I'm proud and I'm sexy," and then she's gonna start going through menopause. And
Oh, I like that.
yeah, and
That's
then
funny, yeah.
she's gonna say, "Oh, it's only because I told. Like, if I would have been 26 forever, this would have never happened." I think that's gonna happen. I also think that, like, even when she is real with everybody, the two relationships you have with Josh and Charles are going to. It's now going to be as though she's in the older life with Charles, and Josh is her little side man.
Ooh.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Maybe she can have both. Maybe it can be all about the open relationship life. Yeah.
You know, Josh might be down for that, but Charles def not.
No.
Def not.
Def's not.
This show has made me a breves. I can't help it. Maybe it's Dan, actually.
Yeah, strains
might
to breathe
be
everything.
Dan.
But what are you thinking, girl? What were your predictions?
I am thinking that this Chad character, I know it sounds really weird, and maybe there really is a Chad, but I really think that Chad is just really fat. Like, I do not. No, I'm serious. Like, I really don't think they're twins. I don't know what it is, but it's something about him being so, like, possessive about finding that laptop, and I don't know what it is, but to me, Chad is like, or maybe it's like the twin energy, and so he knows what Dad was doing before, but I'm just waiting for him to, like, rip off those glasses and be like, "I'm not Chad. I'm Thad. And I'm gonna reveal everything about you, Liza." That's just how I feel about the whole twin thing. I promise you.
And then I'm kind of like, it's not that big of a secret. And then he's like, she's actually 42. She's like, who the fuck cares? Here I am. I'm 42. Get over it.
Right.
Like,
Everyone's going to be like, "You're dead." So shut up.
Yeah, who cares?
Yeah, crazy.
So I think the Chad Thad and a combination of the daughter that's what's gonna be like the thing that really blows it up for Liza.
I wish the
and she
daughter got
has
hit by
to
a piece
tell.
of bloody, something from construction zone.
Me too. No, I don't actually. Liza would be really sad.
She'd be really, really sad. I think that when Charles finds out that Liza is 40, I think it's going to change something for him.
I think he's probably going to be her only ally. He's going to be, her only ally.
Yeah, but I think it's going to change something. I think it's something about, and I know there may be older men out there who may jump on me, but there's something about an older man being with a younger woman that makes them feel a particular way, like they still have it. Mm-hmm. And to find out that she is 40 and maybe you don't think you have it as much as you thought you did, I think it may change some things for him. Clearly, Josh is working through his issues with her age, and he doesn't care.
We'll see.
But Charles
Well, we
doesn't
can all agree
know.
he definitely wants his...
Well, if Charles acts like that, then I'm gonna, it's no Team Charles, no more. It's gonna be like, "Oh, you're a freak, whatever."
Freak, yeah.
I do. I think it's going to change things, and I think once everyone finds out, then it's her relationship with Diana in the third season. To me, it's going to become stronger. And it's going to become, like we've all said, it's going to be much more of a mentor, maybe even friends, maybe even a sister type of vibe.
Love it. And then, get Hilary into it, the three of them, get out of the stupid age thing and move on to women working
It's
together.
going to be very interesting because when they all reveal, like when Liza reveals their age, then you'll have Kelsey, who's 26 and single, or you could almost say she's a widower because she was going to get married. You have Diane, who's divorced, and then you'll have Liza, who's divorced, who pretended to be 26, who has a kid. Like, they're women, they're all in their kind of their prime, but they're doing different things. It's going to be a really interesting dynamic.
Boom, boom.
Yeah. Oh.
Love
Look at
that.
And that's how we wrap it up. Anything else, you guys? I'm going to miss you being out with you until third season.
That's why I keep hugging Sam.
And just imagine that his arms extend all the way over here and he's hugging me too.
I'm just going to come over and hug you. I don't care.
Wait.
Hold on.
Okay.
Hold on.
Well, hug later, Dan.
Yeah,
Okay,
let's
that's
hug-
right.
let's hug
I'll come
later.
over and hug.
Let everyone
Okay.
know where they can find you until
At
we
Dan
come back.
Babic on Instagram and at Dan Babic with an underscore on the Twitter. It's been great. I've had so much fun. I love you
Yes.
both. I just want to hug Tara as well.
And shout out to Lindsay. We
Yes,
miss her.
Lindsay.
We love her.
Yes, Lynn.
She's on vacation with her fam. So, but we hopefully will all be back together next season. I'm Sam Davidson. You can find me at SamD43. There we go. On Twitter and Instagram, SamDavidsonEntertainment.com, and on Snapchat at SamDavidson25.
I cannot thank you guys enough for watching us and hanging out with us. Really appreciate it. I'm Tara Johnson, and you can find me on Twitter and Instagram at TJ Wagging Her Tail. Hello, Dan.
Hello.
You can also find me at Words, Wine, and Women, wordswinewomen.com on my women's talk show. I hope you like it and follow us also. And we'll be back when third season comes, and we hope that you'll join us. So until then...
Bye. And
Bye.
shout out to Tina, who got up in the middle of the night to watch me. I love you, girl.
Thank you so much.
Sorry about that. See you next
hit us up on
season.
Twitter. When you see things for Younger, hit us up because we'll be watching all, during the hiatus as we come back. So,
and we'll talk with you guys.
Sounds good. Bye.
From executive producers Maria Menounos, Kevin Undergaro, Phil Svitek, and the entire AfterBuzz TV staff, we would like to thank you for listening to the AfterBuzz TV network. To watch or listen to other after shows and post comments or questions, be sure to visit AfterBuzzTV.com. I'm Sir Richard Wentworth, and this has been a presentation of AfterBuzz TV.
Buzz you later.
The views expressed herein are those of the hosts only and do not necessarily reflect the views of AfterBuzz TV or its owners or principals.